May I now request everyone to kindly stand up for the national anthem.
नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगल
जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, everyone. We will now have the team handshakes. May I now request the captains and match officials for the coin toss? Thank you to the officials and both team captains. It's now time for the match to begin. Let's make some noise. All the best to both the teams.
One more minute. 8:28. Yeah, fine, fine. Let's start in your. Let it close 8:29, then you can see. 100. Boys, just keep moving. Don't make any calls with the mobile. മുപ്പതും പത്തും മുപ്പത് പത്ത് I think we can go. 8:29 close. No? One more minute, last minute.
Yeah, let's wait half a minute. Another thing, Jitin. So, like, if such situation comes, right, like we have already done.
I think we can go.
Yeah, we can.
I take it.
interesting contest brewing between us. And this is a fight with two titans. This is a fight with two uniform teams who are known for their super brilliance. We have SNHSS Trikandeshwaram taking on one side, wherein we have Angels HSS Povar on the other. We have SNHSS in white, wherein Angels in brown. And as things stand, it's still a 0-0 affair to start the proceedings with. However, as we look at it, this game can change on its head at any point in time. We have seen how things are happening. Previously, we have seen how the goals and the complexions have changed early, and we all keep on getting. Thanks everyone for joining in. This is an interesting contest, definitely. This is a contest that will test the mettle of the two teams at its finest. This is a contest that will put the best to a war that they have never been a part of. But at the end of the day, what does eventually matter is that these teams, they fight till that very end. These teams, they keep on battling till that extent where they have got nothing left. Now, this is the chance again for SNHS. Can they create something from this opportunity? It doesn't seem like, and it will eventually go out for a throw in favor of AHS. A quick throw and taken, but I guess it'll have to be retaken. It was a foul throw. So just to keep you all posted, this is a sub-junior boys game. Now, in case of a sub-junior boys game, we usually have a 30-minute half, and it's going to be the same in this one as well. There won't be any exception, but it's going to be very simple and easy because there are two factors that are kept in mind. One of them is the time restraint that we have that we'll have to apply because we almost have 5 games happening in a day. So when it does happen, we also have to ensure that the game's finishing on time because at the end of the day, these are kids. And at the same time, since these are very young kids, they're learning the game. It's something which is very new for them. So it's also understandable that dragging out a full 45 minutes is not as easy for everyone as it feels like. So, yes, but nevertheless, at the end of the day, as we say, or as we keep on saying, that we always have the games happening for the right duration. Now, this is a fine cross coming in from the right from SNHSS. However, it would go down as a goal kick and some breathing space here for Angels High School. Quick goal kick taken. It seems that SNHS is doing the talking predominantly at the moment. He attempts to send a pass towards the center, but it didn't really have the required impact or probably the direction. Angels High School just trying to break free, adorning the field, adorning the lush, verdant greens at the moment in their bedazzling ground. And we are live from Ambedkar Stadium. So, this is an incredible opportunity for these young kids to showcase their prowess early in the life, early in the morning as well. So, yes, if you'd actually take that. Now, this is a fine break again from SNHS, an opportunity for them to get something from that left wing. Unfortunately, they won't be able to connect. So the ball's gone out of play. They like to dart forward, create an opportunity here. A bit of a twist and a bit of a turn. Nicely done there, but eventually the ball will go out of play. The ball's now with SNHS. Well, that wasn't a pretty decent way to search forward. Can the Angels take it? It's a long chase for the goalkeeper. He comfortably comes out and collects it. Once again, he's just taking his time to roll the ball. Not really in a hurry, to be honest. This is another run, this time from SNHS, but the Angels' defense proving to be equally decent, equally good. Again, tries to bounce it off. Not really successful. It's a bit scrambled now at the midfield. Nothing categorical yet, but then again, you need to understand that this is sub-junior boys, so they are young, very young kids to be precise. Now, you can't really expect gilt-edged football from these kids, but at the same time, going by their age, they have already proven themselves to be of a much higher standard. We're almost about to enter the first 10 minutes of the contest. And a chance here for SNHS. They still have the ball. They would like to unleash a shot, but repelled away by Angels. And now a bit of a scrambled fisticuff at the edge of the box. It won't yield something categorical, and eventually Angels will have the ball in their favor. And they like to clear away their lines, but not as far as they would have wanted. It's fallen back for SNHS. And a chance here to go from the right, a fine place to get the ball, and a shot comes floating in, but it was dragged inches wide of the woodwork, so no trouble again for the Angels. A bit of an early movement here from SNHS. Just look at this chance. Quickly takes the ball, turns in the flash of an eye, and unloads an effort. Only if that would have been on net, that probably could have troubled a diving goalkeeper, but it wasn't on target, and hence ball's gone out of play. Another chance. Is there another opportunity? And shot in the making, takes the shot, targets that far right. There was a player approaching a front that far wing, an opportunity, and the SNHS has managed to find the back of the net. There was too much work for the goalkeeper to cover. You cannot blame the goalkeeper here. The defense somehow was caught napping of Angels High School. They didn't mark their players. They were completely unaware of that marauding player at the far left, and it was eventually the player on that far left who managed to get the at the end of the ball. He cut the ball back in, took some time, set himself up for that shot, and bam, it goes into the back of the net. So Angels High School will now have some catching up to do as SNHS has secured an early lead. To try and show you what really happened here. The ball just rolling out to the other end. It seems that the Angels have been pegged back to their own half, haven't really been expressive. They've struggled to get themselves off the hook, and now Angels High School once again has another ball to save, and as simple as it comes, goal number 2 for SNHS. And once again, the goalkeeper, being a mere spectator this time, didn't really want to leave a station, didn't really dart forward, and paid the price. And the defenders, once again, not having any idea about what they were up against, and they conceded the second goal in the span of a minute. They'll have right now the Angels, who will have to get their heads up high, will have to batten up their hatches, and will have to fight with every possible resources at their disposal. They will need all hands on deck. They'll need to thwart the cascade of SNHS attacks, because if they do not, this is a very crucial juncture. Look at this. This is the second goal. The goalkeeper completely stationed off his position. He was covering that first post. Again, that second post was empty. So all needed to do was just tap it home, place it in a proper direction, and they didn't do any mistake in doing that. And they eventually found out the second goal, the insurance goal, what we call it in the context of football. And come that left wing just moving, find some way forward, and a bit of a push there. The referee giving away a free kick now to SNHS for compound. It seems that they have tasted blood, and now the White Army would like to converge upon the Angels' goal. Try and harder. Try and price out a goal or two more, as that would put the game to bed, and that's a confirmation. The first goal was scored by Ashwin Krishna. The free kick comes in, a chance for a header, a chance for a shot this time, however, drags it wide.
Disconnected. Cleared.
Goal kick taken away. Not much now because Angels, however, just overtly hopeful, confident on himself, wanted to take on almost four defenders all by himself and had to pay the price. I mean, the intent was correct, but again, when football they say is a team game, so you'll need a lot of support and help from your players. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult. But now that this has happened, we have to concede the possession, allowing SNHS to actually regain control of the ball. Angels not really having much of a say at the moment. Flight mode is a far cry for them. What they are stuck in is a whirlwind. They have conceded. The Angels have conceded 2 goals, and their defense is running short of answers. Their attack is napping. Midfield is non-existent. So all of these things coming together, creating a boatload of troubles here for AHS. Another throw in. And if you see it, if you look at this, the SNHS is coming menacingly close. Slowly but steadily, they keep on coming. Another shot comes floating in, and it's goal number 3. The goalkeeper, once again, not covering the ground and eventually paying the price. The misery keeps on piling for the Angels as SNHS is soaring at the moment. It's a 3 goal cushion that they have now. They took the time to get off those early jitters, and once they did, once the initial manacles were off, it was pretty easy for them. From the first goal, they have now managed to pile up 2 more, and they are 3 goals too good to their counterparts. Look at this. Once again, the defender kind of giving up, kind of relinquishing that space. And the goalkeeper, merely being a spectator, couldn't do much. Well, the Angels will need an answer shortly. Now, just to give you all a heads up, this contest is brought to you all by the official YouTube channel of Reliance Foundation Youth Sports. So it's an earnest request that if you can kindly like, share, and subscribe to the official YouTube channel of Reliance Foundation Youth Sports, as that would encourage us to bring these games further to you, to keep on hooked to the screens, wherein the youth of the nation is preparing themselves for even tougher days, for even tougher challenges, and even bigger ball games. Here's a confirmation. It was Haridev who scored the 3rd goal of the day. It's good to see that the player who is injured is back in his feet, and that's more important. Once again, the Angels trying to drive forward from that left, not really able to find an outlet, not able to build from that left at the moment. Sorry, it was SNHS, not Angels. But nonetheless, a throw in they have earned, and at a pretty critical juncture, it seems that the Angels are somehow giving up, somehow uh, their guards, it's not just the guards, but they feel shattered at the moment. They've conceded 3 goals in a span of 5 minutes. It has been a whirlwind if the SNHS attack. The Whites have been overtly dominating. The Whites have continued to press harder. Here's a chance for Angels. They've came out of the block after a long time. They had an opportunity to actually stitch something from the back, but and a chance, a shot comes in, but it wasn't really on target. It's gone out of play. It's going to be a goal kick now in favor of SNHS. A quick throw and taken. The Angels trying desperately to lay claim to the possession out in that opposition half. Enjoy a minute or two of possession, and that will give them a lot of opportunity. They'll open them up or probably set them up for something categorical, something positive, something imperative that will come their way. That is exactly what they are interested in and they are looking forward to. It's a beautiful stadium, the Ambedkar Stadium, and indeed, this is a great stage to platform for these young kids. I mean, for them, it's early in the game, and we have seen how the paucity and the dearth of grounds has been a major factor when it comes to youth football. But again, kudos to Reliance Foundation Youth Sports that they managed to actually set up such a wonderful platform, trying to bring the best to the players and just allowing the players to express themselves. There's a corner here that has been awarded to the Angels, a chance to take a crack at goal, a chance to create something important and something significant in their way. The corner comes floating in. The goalkeeper has spilt it. A fine attempt to try and head it towards the goal, but the goalkeeper the second time was alert, and this has allowed an opportunity for the Angels to break free. It doesn't seem like they'll have the free flow that they were expecting as the ball rolls out of play. We have the final 9 minutes of that first half coming up. 22 minutes have already elapsed in the first half. Both the teams, they've started on well, but there's still a lot of work that will need to be done and that will have to produce. SNHS are firmly in the driver's seat as they have a 3-0 lead. A bit of a chase here for the Angels, but they won't eventually get the ball. SNH is comfortably steering it away. There's a quick chance, however, that won't really be allowing them to express themselves. A bit of a push there, the player taking a tumble and eventually going out as a corner in favor of SNHS. The corner floated into the box but well cleared away by a towering header from the Angels. But the danger is still not over because the ball still keeps on coming from that right wing. There's still that opportunity to unload an effort. Sends it goal bound. The players waiting at the far end. And the ball still simply doesn't go out of the box. It keeps on pinballing in the opposition half and eventually it manages to get out of play. Bit of a scrambled outing there on the far right. A throw in still coming in there. They're taking their time. Do not want to hurry. And now a quick throw taken in, and the referee says that they'll have to retake the throw. It was a foul throw given. Another opportunity there, a long race for both the teams, the goalkeeper of the Angels and the SNHS striker, and eventually the ball rolls out of bounds, beating both and eventually imparting some sort of comfort there for the Angels. The game keeps on carrying on. Once again, SNHS just desperate for that fourth goal now. Takes that shot, but this time overpowers it and it sails over the woodwork. And this was the effort. Fine shot, actually. The goalkeeper putting in a full stage flight. Now, that would have been a scene to capture. Unfortunately, and the Angels putting in a decent footwork as we head towards the dying embers of the first half. And eventually, the defenders just taking it away, ensuring that no harm befalls them. Angels desperately trying to keep themselves in a piece, desperately trying to make it count. Another effort to send the ball goal bound, try and test the goalkeeper, but won't really be successful. The ball's gone out of play now. Free kick here. And here they comes. Quickly sends the free kick looping in towards that goal. Won't really produce something significant either. Trying desperately to keep the ball in. But again, they'll need something better than that at least. And now SNHS on the move again, on the offensive, and the referee's blown the whistle. So it'll be now a goal kick in favor. There's a chance for the Angels. They keep on coming now. It's good to see that they haven't been entirely reticent, despite majorly being silenced, despite majorly being kept at the receiving end of the proceedings. What has eventually happened is that it's good to see that they've actually braved the opposition as well at times. They have come forth looking for goals, and that is really what is more important for them. It's important that they keep in the game because they still have 30 odd minutes, and given the fact that it's a sub junior boys game, you never know when the goals come knocking. So you just need to be open to chances. You just need to be willing to put in that extra step towards the goal. Now, if you're not willing to do that, that's when the problem happens. And that's the end of the first half. Once again, it has been SNHS who has mainly done the dictation of the narrative, with Dev Darshan scoring that opener, wherein Ashwin and Haridev scoring a goal apiece. Now, do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, for we will shortly return with the second half of the contest. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the second half of the contest. We have SNHS taking on Angels HS. And as things stand, SNHSS has a firm 3-0 lead with Devadarshan opening the proceedings. This will be an exciting 30 minutes of contest coming up with both sides really hopeful of finding the back of the net. SNHS will like to extend their lead, make a statement, try and enhance their position. At the same time, the Angels will try and find a goal in order to come back. Now, that is really important for them. Here's a substitution that is happening. It's number 12 who comes in for SNSS in place of number 14. And the game has restarted. The ball's with SNHS at the moment. They have the luxury of going slow, to be honest. They do not need to hurry. The ball is now on the far right. The SNSS just trying to keep the ball in possession. Drives it towards the central channel, and now a long ball sent on that far right with the player scarring for it. He did manage to get something on the ball, but eventually the touch was way too heavy, and the goalkeeper darted out of his line and comfortably collected it. The ball is back with SNSS, and they are on the move again. A bit of a shimmy, a fine pass on that far left after that shimmy, and a shot comes floating in. The goalkeeper denying him for the first go, takes for the shot, and this time hits it over the woodwork, and that will go down as a goal kick. A decent effort, probably could have done better. All he needed to do was just keep the shot on target, but that is exactly what they could. And this was that pass. All he needed to do is just latch onto it. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it's an earnest request from our end if you can kindly like, share, and subscribe to the official YouTube channel of Reliance Foundation Youth Sports. We will be able to bring you all these games live. It's where is these young kids, youngsters, the girls coming together in a festival of football. This is one of the biggest festivals in school and college football, allowing these youngsters and kids to express their mettle, to embrace the art of the sport early. Now, when we say it's a festival, it's needless to say, but a festival brings everyone together. So you would also expect that you bring in that support, you bring in your attendance when these games go on. AHS quickly stitching together passes, but the ball's fallen back for SNHS. They've got a chance now to probably try and launch something forward. something positive, something categorical, something that would bring them close to the goals again. They had a whirlwind of 5 minutes that saw them scoring 5 goals, but barring that, they haven't been that precise and perfect in front of the goal. They squandered a few opportunities, and honestly speaking, the Angels have also recovered themselves. They have regained their composure. They are trying to be back to this contest. Here's a goal kick for SNHS, but it's not gone far for the Angels. Still have it. Oh, takes a shot from range, but a very feeble effort at the end of the day. It definitely won't be bothering anyone actually in the opposition defense. There's a chance again for SNHS, and they have too much of space ahead. In fact, creates one further, but takes a bit too far, a bit too long on the ball, and allowing the Angels to snatch it away. Again, the danger is still not over because the ball keeps on lingering on the cusp of their box. A chance to converge towards the goal from that right wing now. They're waiting for options to arrive. Takes a shot, well defended, traded away for a corner, and there was a clash of heads. The player went down momentarily, but he's back up, and now we have a corner floating in. Short corner taken. They're trying to stitch together the small passes in the opposition half. Now, we know that passes, when you start stitching them together, they can always be catastrophic for your counterparts. Now, imagine creating them in the opposition half where they are the most vulnerable. Again, here's a chance for them to extend their lead, and they utilize that to the fullest. The goalkeeper coming off his line, and he was nutmegged for this goal to be scored. A very simple finish for SNHS at the end of it all, and the Angels actually. Oh well, think that the goal was not given basically, and the ball has been started from the back. So nope, the goal will not count. It'll remain 3-0,
Eh?
and the Angels will breathe a sigh of reprieve.
ആണോ?
Most likely there was an offside involved. The confirmation has now arrived, but it doesn't really deter the spirits of SNHS because they still keep on coming, and this time they unleash a thunderous effort. And this time, however, they will be getting the goal. They were denied a few moments back by the flag, but they simply were hungry for that goal. And this time, however, they were absolutely clinical with their effort, and the goalkeeper will only be picking the ball from the back of the net.
പുല്ലിലേക്ക്
Not much
ശരിക്കും
joy
പുല്ല്
here for the goalkeeper.
ലൈറ്റ് നേരെ ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ്.
In fact, it was such a well taken effort.
ആ
There was not much he could have done anyway.
വരില്ല ഫസ്റ്റ് കളി
The
നടന്നില്ല.
woes
ലാസ്റ്റ്
continue for the
കളിയിൽ
Angels.
ആ
They try desperately to stay afloat, but it doesn't seem like that this
എന്നാ
is
വിളിക്കാം.
their day.
അല്ലല്ല
The net was absolutely rattled with the sheer power of the shot. That was how great of a strike that was from SNSS,
ഷാജിയാണ്. ഷാജിയായിരിക്കും.
from SNHS. Apologies for the same.
റൈഡ് മതിയായിരുന്നു. പിന്നെ പിന്നെ ഈ കഴിഞ്ഞ ദിവസം ചെയ്ത പോലെ തന്നെ അങ്ങ് ചെയ്തതാ. കഴിഞ്ഞ ദിവസം
Now sends the ball once again towards the goal. Too much of space. It's 3v1 and he still manages to bundle it straight at a defender. What an opportunity was that? All he needed to do was just pass to any of the options available. There were three attackers converging upon that one delivery. So all he needed to do was just pass it on to someone and get it on target. But nevertheless, SNSS have forgotten what has happened and now they want another goal for themselves. The defender keeping an alert and strict eye. And as he patrols that defensive half, he says that under his watch the ball will not be going further. Here's the confirmation. Haridevar with the second goal of the day and the fourth for SNHS. Quick goal kick taken. Tries to fight his way out. Does decently. Keeps the ball in control. Angels desperate for an outlet. They've tried their best and they keep on trying over and over again. They want something to go their way. They want at least one goal to show for their efforts. The Angels still have the ball, and this is the best spell of possession they've had in the opposition half and even in the penalty box. And Angels have the ball, takes that shot, took a deflection, but that, well, it felt that there was a deflection, but it seems that the ball's gone straight out of play. It's unfortunate they'll have to make do with the fact that it's gone out of play and a goal kick has been awarded. Pretty fine work from SNSS to keep the ball in their control. Decent work there from the Angels to keep the ball and eventually win a throw in for themselves. A long throw comes floating in from that right, but that won't get him anywhere. Here's an opportunity for SNSS again. A long ball sent down that central channel. The goalkeeper stays rooted to his spot. This can be goal number 4 or goal number 5. It's as easy as it comes. A cakewalk there. The goalkeeper somehow staying transfixed to his spot, not really bothering to come out and shoot down the angle, maybe make it a bit tough for that attacker, and eventually concedes a netter. It's shambolic now for Angels at the moment. Their defense was busy on the attack and they couldn't come down in time, allowing SNHS to make it 5-0 at the moment. And the difference gets a lot more broader. It keeps on accentuating itself. We'll try and show you the replay. Here's the replay. It's number 4 with the finish. Cool as a cucumber. Slotting it home past the goalkeeper, who had a boatload of self-doubts, questions coming forward, and eventually he had to concede the 5th of the day. And SNSS once again sending the ball forward. It seems that the goalkeeper is again late off the line, but does manage to put in a decent touch. But in the effort, he ends up pushing that goalkeeper. This is good to see. The player's gone up to the goalkeeper to check on him. Again, at the end of the day, none of this is intentional, because again, football is a body contact game. So it does happen that you actually go for the ball and you end up uh, connecting with the players in a way that you don't want to.
ബോർഡ് നമ്മളെ ഇപ്പോൾ പുറത്തുനിന്ന് ക്യാമറയിലേക്ക് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് തെറ്റിയാണെങ്കിൽ അത് വരും.
Here's the confirmation. Haridev, it was Haridev who completed his hat trick to impart that 5-0 lead to SNSS. Quick free kick taken. And eventually the Angels will clear the lines momentarily, but the SNSS will manage to regain possession of the ball, and as dominating as it gets, as imperiously dominating as it gets, the men in white will apparently continue. There's a chance, kind of a chase here for the Angels. If they can get the ball, they'll be able to create the opportunity. Another chance here for SNSS, takes the shot and rattles the net. It's half a dozen now, and the distance between the two teams, the chasm between the two teams simply keeps on broadening. It's a bit mortifying at the moment for the Angels. They'll like to forget this chapter and come back even stronger in their forthcoming game, but it seems that the men in white are overtly supreme, reigning supreme at the moment. You're way too superior to their counterparts. Once again, the defense kind of rooted to their spot here. This was the move. When he went for that ball, the defender got confused whether he should go for it or not, but he was already too late to commit, so he had to go on full fledged. That probably could have pruned down the angle, could have forced an early shot of him. But it's now feels like a cakewalk here. Another long range effort. Comes from that far right. The ball still remains with SNSS. They have another chance to drive forward and unload an effort. The shot comes in. The goalkeeper is beaten. It's way too easy now. It feels as if the floodgates are simply shattering into pieces. Dev Darshan came up with another strike to make it 6-0, and now this was the 7th of the day. Look at the celebrations, look at the smiles. This is as bad as it gets for the Angels. They are being harried with at the moment. It's way too shambolic, it's way too difficult for them. These last 10 minutes, it's an ordeal that they will like to forget at the earliest. They'll probably even request a referee to put them out of their misery. They'll have to wait for this 10 minutes, maybe create something, maybe put up a much stauncher shift of defense. This was the chance. He first jammed the effort into a melee of Angel boots, but at the end of the day, they did a decent job of finding the back of the net. Now, once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's an earnest request to all of you if you can kindly like, share, and subscribe to the official YouTube channel of Reliance Foundation Youth Sports, because that would really encourage us. That would encourage us to actually keep on bringing to you these wonderful games. Here's a chance for the Angels. They have acres of space ahead, but once again, they took too much time on the ball. They couldn't drive it towards the goal, eventually allowing the opposition to get hold of it. Another opportunity here. So it was Ashwin Krishna with the 7th goal of the day. Now the Angels chasing desperately for a goal. A fine run from that right. Darts it forward and it'll go out of play. And there's a substitution happening. We'll quickly try and confirm what's the substitution. There's the confirmation. It's for SNHS, and number 7 will be coming off. Most likely there's a player down because the medico had to run over to the middle of the field.
ലൈറ്റ് വരുന്നുട്ടാ ലൈറ്റ് ഒന്ന് ക്ലിയർ അടിക്കുന്നു. സൈഡാ ഇവിടെ അത് ഗ്ലെയർ അടിക്കുന്നതാ ഗ്ലാസ്സിൽ.
The game has restarted. There's a confirmation of the substitution. Abhinav coming in, wherein Arjun making way for him. It's for SNSS. This is a decent move. They keep on driving forward. We are down to the final 5 minutes of regulation time of the contest. Another long ball being sent forward from that downtown, and it was hoped for the Angels to get at the receiving end of it, but it seems that SNHS are the favorites at the moment to get the ball. They do not want to relent even for a second. Another effort there from SNHS, but the angle that he had the ball at his disposal and the angle that he had to convert it into the back of the net wasn't as great as he would have wanted, and eventually ended up skying his effort. SNHS still keeps on coming closer. Can they use that opportunity? Well, they'll be desperate for that. Oh, that's a fine pass towards the center. Attempt. And how would he miss from that range? He had the entire goalkeeping at him. He had a couple of players at his support. But he failed to flip that into the back of the net. Some breathing space. Here's a chance. Again, SNHS just hoping that they can find that number 8 of the day as well. They want to make this chasm a lot more prominent between the sides. Definitely the score line will suggest the kind of difference that these two sides have had, the kind of domination that has been stitched by the men in white. A long ball converted towards that far end of the goal. The ball still remains in play, and it's again gone into the back of the net. The goalkeeper, absolutely no answer. This time the ball was sent down that far right for the player to receive and eventually steer it towards the goal. As comfortable as it gets. The celebrations, the dances have already begun. The goalkeeper ended up spilling it, and before he could recover, the ball was already in the back of the net. A bit of a banter between these two players, and eventually it is the Angels kick-started proceedings. Look at them, they're just stitching those small passes, walking between themselves. They would like to invite the SNSS player to come over and collect the ball. This is one of the most, this phase of football, if you can actually take a look, it's more or less a different and a slow motion game, but the final whistle has actually been blown, and SNHS will be a very happy and an accelerated team because they have secured a 8-0 victory over Angels HS Puvar. Devdarshan with a brace, Ashwin with a brace, Haridev with a hat trick. Nonetheless, all the handshakes, all the smiles. Now, if you think you're going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, let me make this clear. Now, all you will have is probably 15 minutes of a breather because we are going to be back with the second game of the day, and it is between Government Higher Secondary School Panambali taking on Government Raja. So do not go anywhere because you will be in for an exciting encounter. Just stay posted, stay tuned while we return with the second game of the day.
എന്താ ശ്രീ ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ട് ചോദിക്കട്ടെ